actually that most primal instinct of sex is not is usually not the indication that you've met your person. You want to desire each other. You want to have like physical desire for each other, but that overwhelming lustful primal instinct is actually sometimes counterproductive. Like you both teach that, but a lot of men, including the one that I'm dating, hold that as very sacred, that primal instinct of lust. And also, in many ways, they're kind of looking for that as the indication that they found their person. That's what I found, which I think is often where most of us fall into a trap, right? We think the person that we have the most outstanding fairy tale feelings for and the most outstanding sexual attraction for is our person. And usually that, not always, but usually turns out to be Satan in a Sunday hat. And that, like what you're talking about, there's something much more real and deep and progressive and profound in a partnership connection. But what do you do? What do I do when a man finds that primal carnal attraction so essential and important?
If that's what they're looking for, they may not be the right person. But it is also how it's related to. So I just finished a series, I forget if you were there, Dating with Distinctions, right? And it starts with, are you dating in the dark? And we package them together now. And that's where I talk about the effects of too much chemistry. And that's the key, too much chemistry. Romance requires chemistry. And it's where the procreate shows up, that life force. And we need that from each other. And it's something to nurture, right? And find out how is it nurtured in a person, like Jaya Love's work, right? The erotic blueprints transformed my life after my husband died. And the one of the tricks is there isn't too much chemistry if you can speak up for yourself. Do ask and do tell. If you can say, I need this, and then stick to that boundary, there's not too much chemistry. If you can want to dump their bones and then go, okay, but we're not gonna until we're fully tested. And we're not even going to see each other until we're fully tested so that we don't get overcome by the wave of attraction.
Yeah.
If you can say that, if you can see a longer term honoring of yourself, and I don't mean as a strategy of I'm not going to have sex until we're engaged or we're married or something like that. Strategy is a good indicator of your perceiving a threat or an opportunity, and you're trying to move yourself into the best possible position with the enemy, right? That's what strategy means before engaging with the enemy. So, but if we can just blurt it out, I need to be home by 10, or I can only see you on a Wednesday night. There's no way I can make the weekend work. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. If they're trying to talk us out of our boundary or a need, the end. They're not attracted to you in a way that they're going to care about what you need. And anyone, for men or for women, someone who does not care about what you need is a disaster already happening, and even unsafe.
Yeah.
Unsafe, like physically unsafe. If someone is attacking your boundaries, not following instructions, there's a whole session on this in Dating with Distinctions about you having dating app work for you, like actually sort out who's going to honor me while I practice honoring myself. And I was listening to Viola Davis's autobiography, which she reads herself, which, as you know, I love. The audio book of The Queen's Code is so much more powerful than the written book. But there's this one line that she said that I just was like, wait, stop the train. She said, I wasn't a good girlfriend. I didn't teach him how to treat me.
Mm-hmm.
If you can have the mindfulness and compassion, and this isn't a misbehavior, it's just not acceptable. And if this is part of who you are and you need to be that way, then we're not a match. If you can do that, if you can stand up for yourself and ask for what you need before, what most human beings do, right, is we ask for what we need when our anger is bigger than our fear.
Yeah.
Can you ask for what you need when it requires courage? And I encourage, ask for what you need when you care more about honoring yourself than you care about them going away. And, that's why you've heard me say when I first spoke to Dan on the phone almost 2.5 years ago, within a few minutes, I started flying my freaky flag. And with in my head, if you're gonna run now. So the things that I know are part of me that I'm committed to honoring, right? Did Valerie tell you I'm a widow? Yes. I'm sorry for your loss. Very sorry for your loss, is what he said. And then waited a moment and then plunged in. Well, you should know that my husband is still very much a part of my life, and he probably picked you. And I'm thinking, if you're going to run now. And there was a silence, and then he goes, I can feel him.
Yeah.
Nice energy. Ta-da! Okay, this could work. I didn't think this will work. Okay, this could work. First hurdle, right? A few minutes later, second hurdle, next hurdle, next hurdle. 3 hours later, there were so many already getting that we were on a this is worth exploring, right? And instead, we say things and then it's invalidated or attacked or not received, and then we keep trying and we keep trying. So we go from loss to loss to loss instead of from confirmation to the next risk, to the next confirmation, to the next, invalidation, game over, bye-bye, right? After we've truly expressed ourselves, instead of waiting. And this is for men and women. We try to wait until it feels safe. And that's too late. That's too late. By then we're involved, or we've already jumped in the sack and our ovaries have bonded, right? Early and often.